10:04. And apparently I'm live. Yay. 10:04 a.m. Okay. Yeah. Let's see. Where is it? There it is. Okay. Nope, wrong one. Okay. We've got 3 people looking at each other. And we're slightly behind. Hello there, my Orient. How travels on the Orient Express. Oh, love you, Lori. Let's see. Oh, duh. Hello. Okay, that is going to bug me. I need to look. All right. Okay, right there. Okay. I hope it's in there. Seriously. Okay, good. It did get back in there. Yay! It got back in there. Okay. Hello there, Roots. Oh. And that took effort. You can see it took effort. I've had grumpy muscles since Sunday. So let's sometimes. Alrighty, so this can go up here. Yeah, I already documented. So some of you may have seen and my paints from last Wednesday, they're still sitting here because I haven't documented them yet. Because remember, I was, yeah. Oh, and then the whole blooming conversation over at Vicky's yesterday, Nancy was there. And I asked her, I says, Nancy, do you watch my videos? And I'm like, she says, oh, yes, I do. And then she proceeded to tell me that the split complimentary. Go, oh, yeah. Like, duh, I could have had a V8, you know? But, yeah, see there, and airmail, little airmail thing. I got me Royal Mail in the mail. And that's all. Let's see, it came from, and I will be reordering. That's the shop that my husband picked, just sort of, and he like, I'm gonna be ordering from them again. Yeah, see, I put all their information and the Royal Mail in here to my daily journal. So I have to be careful. But let's see, it's coming from Totnes, Totnes, all the way from there. And Nancy wanted to see, and where's the box? Come on, it's a cute little box. Anyway, my Anna Marie I finally saved up enough. By the way, hello, Nancy. I saved up enough to get one of the, now I still need to get one of Anna Marie Horner's fabric packs in over in the conservatory. Over in the it's the conservatory. She has a separate IG. There's two different, and then she has her regular channel. But this is out of the this is anyway, this is the part of the After Rain collection here, these two. And anyway, I was over it. Okay, so, and I showed some of me then messing around. I showed 3 pictures on my IG. And then I was over at Vicky's yesterday, and this is what I started. I took of them. And then I proceeded to, and I used this, and if anyone doesn't know what this is, I will show you. I have the packaging right here. It is a Quilter's 12-inch seamer. If anyone does not know what this little gadget is. When I do a quilt, especially one that I'm going to be using, I do a 1/2 inch. I've seen too many small seamed quilts fall apart. So I typically do a 1/2 inch, but when I'm just doing this kind of stuff, I do like a 1/4 inch. Sometimes a 3/8 inch. But anyway, but that's what that is. If you didn't know what that was. And yay, I found I knew I had put it someplace, and I actually found this the other day. It's been on my, okay, God, you're going to have to help me find it, because I put it someplace safe where it wouldn't disappear on me. And I finally found my Heather Bailey. I thought this one would be kind of cute. It's a Smarty Girl book bag. And, oh, my address. I thought that it would be a cute way I could make this. And it would be a cute way to send Happy Mail. I don't know. Yeah, I have to. Yeah. So anyway, I finally found that. So now what I've been doing is I have all of that. And I have my Anna Marie Horner. I really wanted this, the heart thing. So I have the heart. And I've been, oh, more address. Okay, let's just put this away here, I mean, seriously. And then I even have this is, I will periodically mention that, let me see, here's the packaging that it came in. It's a Dots Design Tool. And what I do with this is, see, it's equally spaced dots. And you guys know I've mentioned from time to time that I love that Tudor stitching where you put the pearls, the retting, and then you put the pearls, and sometimes you just put the pearls in. Well, this is what I use to make sure that I have these equally, because when I do it without this, you have a pearl here and a pearl there, and it doesn't always match up. Hello there, Tori. So this is what I use. And I thought, well, I saw that one day and I go, oh, my seed bead, my Tudor seed bead thingy that I like to do. So that's what I use this for. And I use it also, you can use it in, I suppose you can, you're doodling, making, because they're they're equally spaced and all that jazz. But anyway, so I have it here with my and I got more address showing. Oh, brother. Well, yeah. So I've been keeping all that together now. And I even have this. The other one I had, it's disappeared on me. But this is a cable border. And look at this. May 14th. And I clearance 25 cents. But yeah, I use it for both. When I want, I might even use it on this right here and do some sashiko stitching on it. Actually, that might be kind of a cool thing. I thought we would do that a little bit just to kind of during time. And so that's actually an idea. I need to put, I'm going to go with the timer today. We'll go with 55 minutes. We'll put you up there. And yeah, I wanted to, okay, wait a minute. This, where was this? Where was this? Seriously, it was on something. Oh, it's my, oh, it was here on this. I just, as I took this down off my camera, this is what I've been covering my camera up with, and I clamp it with this. And I got to, like, I think I mentioned it already, and I got to thinking, ooh, well, I just hand sewed this, hand stitched, and I've just been finger pressing the seams open. And then I got to thinking, ooh, I could do this is, I'm not going to necessarily wash it, although having the, so yeah, I'm thinking, hello, get all the seams. This one here is, it's opened right there because I did not knot the seams going this way, right on this, when I put these two together. So most of the time that doesn't, particular time it did hassle me. I want the seams opened, so we can kind of, yeah, so we can, no, this is going to cover the camera. I don't really have the space for a large quilt right now, but some of this is just to be decorative. The reason why I bought some of this fabric is just to just to be decorative. I needed to have, so this is Heather Bailey. I got this back as part of my Christmas gift from my hubs. I was able to get Heather Bailey fabric and felt. So yeah, I had to use this to bring the needle through. And yeah, this is what, I can't find any buffing cream. So I started using wax and buff. So, and then I couldn't find my beeswax. It's not in one of my sewing pouches. And I couldn't find, so I had to, so anyway, that's why this, because this actually goes together. But you can see that I have used it to strengthen my, so, you know, hey. Okay. So I thought, okay, we can do this. Now, this one, let me see, did I do that one? No, I did not. Okay. So I need, I thought about, come on, there we go. Now, and this, you know, will go right up in there, and yeah, I go, ooh, I see. Okay, so that's going to be my camera cover. All right, and this one, I kind of sort of, I had this sewn before I realized I didn't, so I couldn't use it over on this one because I didn't want to have a blue next to each other. I wasn't paying attention. I was just busy playing. So anyway, I did the 2 squares, and I thought, oh, okay, if I do the 2 squares, I can attach to this, and then I can attach another one. And then this was the odd one out. See, there was an inch left. But right here, you'll see that it doesn't go all the way up to there. But this is where, like, oh, okay, that's all right. We can do this. Just lay it flat. Do this. Now this is going to straddle because, see, it's just ever so, it didn't really have to straddle. This is just ever so much longer. But what I'll do, so obviously this seam won't match up with any of these, which I don't need it to be. But this way, this is just going to be a kind of a thing of, oh, this is going to be just something I can hang up eventually. And I can sew across here. And when I flip it, I'm going to have that gap right there. But then I can take, maybe not this color, but I can take some of my Alabama Channon jersey. Hello there, Joan. Now that could be something here that I could do on this one, because you wouldn't expect it to be on this fabric combination. I could come in and actually do that beadwork with some seed bead or French knots. I could do the dots all over this thing, and then just do, instead of seed beads, I could put French knots. But then I thought, well, this, you know, so this will be a little something something that I can maybe do it can become a little bit of a wall hanging. And I've used my new fabric, plus the fabric I got back at Christmas, and plus some of my found. This here is from Teresa. It's the cotton, the different shades. It's sample from cotton sheets. It's, yeah. Now this one, and even though I'm going to leave that one like that, see that right there? That's how much I'll probably get some of the charcoal, kind of the charcoal jersey, or I might go with white, or like some of their, I have some white of their weave. They call waffle weave, the Alabama Channon waffle weave that they have. I could, yeah, and do that. Let me mark in, for some reason, getting a lot of weird, that's all right. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and mark this, and we can stitch it, and then, yeah, okay, come on, here, right in front of my eyeballs. So the mapping part of my title, yeah, good. Now I think I will put this up, because this can disappear very quickly. Ask me how I know. Yep, ask me how I know. All right, now we can sew on this one. And I can, you guys know that I kind of took a whole year off of doing monthly kits. And I made a big steampunk kit back in November of 2018 that basically kept me, and I added to it periodically, that kept me going for the whole. And even though this is where the gap is, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to sew along that line, because when I go to finger press it, that will help, that will bend itself back, and that will help literally to be the base underneath the, okay, let me, that one stays there. I need to hold that clear back here. Let me get, I'm about ready to pick up the second layer here. Did I knot that? No, I did not. Okay. Okay, for some, see, I can't, so I have to do that. And that's just very simple. So you can see I've had to contend with a bit of grumpy muscles here, or they don't want to cooperate with me. Okay, I've left enough there, and I want to verify that I've, yep, they're all intact. Interesting. I see it flickering out of the corner of my eye, peripheral vision here. Okay, so let's see here. Judy, Judy, Judy. I automatically stop from saying the Judy, 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 because that's for Judy. That's the other Judy that, you know, I haven't seen her post for a while. I remember, and I don't even know, but I remember her saying to Janet that she would be accountable to Janet because she has a tendency to not show up on, at least to let people know they're okay. She's okay. And she would be accountable to Janet. So I need to go talk with Janet and say, Janet, has Judy got in touch with you lately? Have to bug her if she hasn't. So I've been working. Yeah, I want to keep the things flat. Okay. I've been working in my summer project. I found a use for the, you know, so in the antiquarian sticker book, and then I missed a snake. I thought, oh, I got all the snake stickers used because, you know, that's not my go-to sticker. And I thought that would be a perfect thing, like for in the Bible scriptures that talk about, you know, the serpent and Satan and all that. And I thought, okay, in this, writing down the scriptures and stuff like that, and I cut the snakes up and I collaged them. And then I was turning the page and there's a bloomin' snake sticker. So now I have to, you know, okay. So yeah, if you ever need to figure out how to use those disgusting snake stickers, there's a thought. Anyway, I've been busy with that. I moved pretty much all of that summer project off onto my bed because I got to let me double check. Let's see. Make sure I haven't missed anybody. Okay, it's a good thing I looked. I didn't say hello to a figment of somebody's imagination. Okay, so Dabby has become officially, apparently, Lori's name calling. Is that what you're doing, Lori? Maybe we should, okay, we'll document this. Lori has a new name calling name. Okay, right here. Lori, Orient, comma, Orient. New name calling name. Now that's a mouthful. Dabby with a capital D. Okay. Okay. Okay, so Tori, you have just been nicknamed. Let's see. What time is it there in your land, Tori? Come on, come on. Oh, don't. Come on. Come on. What time is it there? Oh, and then she gives me military numbers. Okay. Okay. All right. All right. So, okay, and this goes, ooh, right there, all together. All right, there we go. All right. All right. Balloon. That's one part of 0800. And I'm like, oh, just give me the number. Just give me the proper. I don't need no military numbers. 1845. Give me the AM, PM. Oh, look out the door. I don't want to look out the door. Just give me the number. Oh, no. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Lori. Janet, I'm assuming you're pomegranate. By the way, hello there, Janet. Janet, oops, wrong. Ooh, wrong. What? Janet VB. Pomegranate. Pom. Not to be confused with Pomeranian. POM. Oh, come on. EGR. Pomegranate. BD. And yeah, okay. All right. Lori, you keep it up. Yeah. It's like, happy birthday to you. Okay. Alrighty. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, pomegranate. Yippee! Happy birthday to you. All right, so anyway, getting back to and I did pretty good. I've mentioned it before that there were a few times where well, wait a minute. I got into like I was so in the habit of creating monthly kits that I just automatically did it. And there were a few times where I got in like to 7 or 6 pieces of paper. And I'm like, wait a minute. No, I have a big, huge steampunk kit that I'm supposed to be playing with. And I've basically taken a whole year off. And if I choose to put stuff in their Facebook group, then I can under just this is, you know, it's okay to have your go rogue and have your own kit. And so anyway, so I had to stop myself. It was so ingrained in me to create that kit. Well, anyway, I know in October of 2019, I really liked one of their kits that they were going to. So I went ahead and did a kit there. But then I thought, well, when January rolled around, I thought, you know what? Let's just take a little more time. And if I'll wait and I'll find a kit that just really, and it happened to be the April kit of 2020. And that's what I thought of. What I did is I want to actually get back into documenting. I need to make, you know what? We need to make need to get the envelope maker down and make an envelope for these things, because they're starting to get all over the world here. So I took, this is the second one that my husband, instead of throwing them out, he gave them to me to recycle. And so I started documenting the April kit. And there's some scriptures. Now, I may or may not recycle this. I may keep these and keep the scriptures and stuff out, and then just work around the scriptures. But because, you know, it's kind of a cool thing for me, that I can just cordon this off and then just work from here, and it's part of the kit. But I've done this and I marked it in. So far I've got the CKC April 2020, April 2nd, and then I'll go back into and I took 10. I liked it so much that I took 10 screenshots. And it's the Cocoa Daisy Hello March of 2020. And this is one of the quotes I had in the kit. We cannot become what we want by remaining what we are. Max Dupre. I think they say it Dupre, even though there's no U there. Some spellings I think have the U, but anyway. And then I went in and of course, you know, you have these things, you know, the old scrapbook things. And I just did this out like that. And then light blue, soft black and white, plant greens, florals, soft plaid, leaves, and then clam spiral. So I could, now see, Xandra would call it, I see it, the clam spiral is a quilting. So when I see that, now Xandra would call it a mermaid oval, you know, but it's, you know, in quilters terms, it's a clam shape. So that's why I call it a clam spiral. And I don't know if I can show you and then here I was thinking of going industrial, like and I'll show you the kit, what I've gotten put together so far. But I thought, you know, I want to just take the time, and I miss document. Yes, all right. See, they pick up and they just, all right, they need an envelope. We're going to stop and do an envelope. Let me see if I grabbed a bag of jersey. Yeah. I grabbed a bag. This is Alabama Channon jersey. I've been buying their grab bags periodically because this is good for mending, and I was thinking about this. I think, yeah, this is a charcoaly kind of color. And I can take some of this. This should be sufficient, probably more than enough. And I've washed it all, so it's ready for me to mend with or separate and put together to make small things out of. Okay. And let's get this finger. But that's what I thought. And then also that was my morning snack. I actually had my snack early. I had a half tablespoon of peanut butter. So, okay, so see right there. And because I went ahead and I did see that will, I finger press that, and that will help B. Okay. Finger press this. And then here is where, now this is still a little bit short, but this is where I could actually, with me, I could just put a little piece of paper in there and just kind of tuck it in there, a little piece of, or this, now this piece right here was right here. And I already had this sewn on. And see, I did this in a really small 1/8 inch here because this is just going to end up probably glued to a page, or this is going to be mixed with paper. I have a bunch of the scraps. From when I was cutting out that I thought I could piece together. Even, well, between this, now I could actually, I could take the time and lay this out, and I could do an oval, and I could put an oval right there and then stitch that oval down. Yeah, so that, so we're, yep, we're, so yeah, just, and this is a little something, just something. Now this, even this can be used, even though you can't really see the bird. This would be a great doodle. So yeah, there's still, let's see, it's in the other one. This is paper. This actually, oh, let me put this pen back up. Let's see here. Craft with Gertie. Hello there. I think you're new. Oh, and I should probably say welcome to all new subscribers. And hello to the lurkers. This is actually my summer project. This goes into my summer project. So let me stick this here. And this is summer project. These back. And no, put these in the drawer. These are my jewelry. Goes in the drawer. This stays together. That will just stay on. And this will get there. And this is, I didn't use it the other day, but I thought this would go into my grunge. This goes in here. Actually, no, yeah, that's all right. Because it is attached. The needle is attached. And there's that. Okay, so we've done a little bit of sewing. And I can work on this later. That might take me, I can try to start working on it. I have Pettibon today. I couldn't do it on Monday. I just couldn't do it. So I may start this tomorrow. I'm wondering, even with the pins, I could probably go ahead and do that. I can go ahead and cover it as is with just this. So then there's that to cover my camera. And this is what I got from, we had a small issue. I don't think I started talking about it, but I did not. Okay, it fell. Let me see that. That piece fell down. We'll stick this over here. And that goes over there. All right. This is what came from the UK. Tautness. Yes. And this one I will be going back to this Etsy store. But yeah, that's my mushroom. My darning mushroom. And I love the box. I'm going to be, I sanded it a little bit, but this is where, oh my giggles, guys. Masking tape, craft masking tape. And yes, I paint, Nancy knows this. I painstakingly, oh, yummy, craft colored masking tape. Yes, this box smells so good. I sanded it down a little bit, and I will, yeah, I'm going to try to save this because I love the way, the way it flips. And then ooh, I've got tissue paper all the way from the UK. Ooh, ooh. We could do some industrial colors on that. Oh, I should probably put my mushroom up. Hey, I'll show you. Now, I'm not going to show you, but for those of you, okay, this is a sock that I've needed to mend. This is a specialty sock. Some weird land right here. You can see it right there. Okay. Okay. The other thing here is like within here, you can do this with an egg. You can take this. This one doesn't come off, but I have an egg that I actually was able to get my husband. Let me see here. Now, I bought an egg and it hasn't arrived. So my husband went ahead and bought this one. We got this to drive by at Joann's. But this egg, it unscrews. Okay. And so this one, you can take this one and put it in. I wish I had done that, had just waited for this, but this needed to be mended. But so you can put this in and see it's too tight because the mending, so I may have to just buy me a new pair. I don't know, but see, it's really tight because I mended it without having something in there. Now see here, see they go through. See, these have not been mended. So it would go through. And that's the ideal because see, it's out like that and then you can mend around it. But like I said, this area right here. See, now that one works. But see, I used the jersey to mend because I knew it was stretchable and it was cotton. But see right in here, it just will no longer go through. And even the little pinky won't go through. Well, yeah, it will go here, but then this would be better on the pinky one. See? So that's, yeah. And then you can do the egg too. Yeah, so I have, and you can go this way or like that. But there are times when you can't use the egg, but you can use the mushroom is much better. So here, the mushroom, for those of you who don't know, see here, again, these are specialty socks. So See that right there? So then what you do is you rubber band that, and then you start mending by putting your weft and your weave. You put your, whichever direction your weft and your weave. You put a rubber band here. See, and that's going to help. I need to put this back on. But that's going to help me get that darned. I do. Yeah, hi. Hello there, CB. Okay, Joan must be, yeah, Whirl Pearl. Okay. Yeah, so, and it's, you know, really, it's, for me, it's just, it's soothing. And it's, yeah. And it's that, with this one, I will have to be careful because it's my husband's sock. And he doesn't, he's traditional. So he's traditional. So I will have to, I could probably get away with a little bit of charcoal variegated, but I will have to, because I will have to have the visual difference. I will have to put a gray weft and then weave with a black. Yeah. So, yeah. So I will, or I could do a dark green. This is, see, like here, this is like a charcoal color. I could do that for the weft. And then a black here for the weave. And that way, the different color weft will keep me on track. But that's what, yeah. And this is a tool. See, normally I just couldn't do that. I just couldn't stick my hand in because then my hand would get poked. And the egg doesn't always work. So yeah. This is easier on my hand, even though just putting a loose egg in there doesn't always work. You know? Yeah. Where's that egg? This way, now see, yeah, so I could even do the egg. But see, in this case, the mushroom for this would be better. So yeah, just a little, yeah. And I'm going to keep this because it does give you a little bit. But there are some, there's some good information on, actually the one who did, I don't know how to say, but it's Book How, H-O-U. On IG, she has, she's out of Vancouver, British Columbia, I believe. But, yeah, she's actually the one who did the After the Rain collection for the Anna Marie Horner. But anyway, so there, let me put, and this will, oh, it will very definitely, my hands will be, my muscles and joints will be much more of the happy camper with all that. Okay, so and of course, sometimes your embroidery hoops, you can use them small embroidery hoops, but sometimes those don't work either. You know, and they don't either. Oh, grammar, I don't know. But anyway, so okay, so now what I wanted to show you. Okay, and just for FYI, I found oolong tea. I'm gonna have to put this back on. oolong tea leaves an amber color. Just, for when you tea dye your paper. Oolong tea leaves an amber. See that? And I've just been... So, yep. FYI. All right. So, what I got to thinking is I would show you what I have so far. And okay, you know what? No. Before we get into that, guess what? All right. Let's see. We have the 4x6, the 3x4.5. Here's the 4x4, the 3x2, 3x4, and we're missing 1x4. 1 inch by 4. Is that sitting here? Yeah, 1x4. Okay, so that should be, you know what? Yeah. I'm done. I'm done with them flopping on the floor. I'm done with them being attached to something that I don't want them attached to. We're making an envelope. So let's see here. Do I just want to take a piece of paper from my kit? One moment, please. I have another. It's part of I still have what's left of my steampunk kit. And I bring that out because some of the colors are the same for industrial. And of course I have some of my Mariposa. So let me this is some of the things I didn't get around. Oh, I love me my twirl. Oh, yummy. Okay, let's just, and of course, oh yeah, like it. Okay. Do you think I like houndstooth and harlequin? Oh, I like this. So let's see, it's a cross between, I only have one of these. Oh, let's just do it. Of course, I could do this. I could do that. I don't think I have enough to do it. Well, first of all, let's see. See, now I got too many choices. Okay, we'll see if we can do this one. And if we can't do that one, then we'll do this one here. We'll do this one. All right, so, and this I will actually, this paper will get used into the industrial, it'll kind of morph into the kit that I'm putting together. Because, I mean, I had a hefty steampunk kit for 2019 because it was supposed to last me, the whole year. So, okay, that was exercise. Okay. And we have to, I want more space, so we have to go beyond 4x6. So let's see here. We have, I'm actually thinking, here's a 4x7 to give room. I'm wondering a 5x5. No, it'd have to be, no, a 5x6. No, actually, let's go with a 5x7 and 5x7. So we need 9.5 by 9.5. So yeah, this will not work. So we're going with this. Okay, so we're cutting this down. And I've pretty much decided, I figured you guys could help out in the terms of, I know what industrial is, but then I thought we could, like, I hesitated to say mind map. Actually, do I want to keep that? Okay, let's cut that off. Okay, so 9.5 by 9.5. Get that blooming envelope done. And visually, I want this to go up, right side up. But you never know if that's going to work or not. Oh, good. There would be enough here to play with because I do like this. And like I said, I was thinking also the industrial, the mid-century modern isn't too far off of that. So I could actually add some of my mid-century. Oh, my mid-century modern. And I know, CB, I need to finish my sentences. Don't I not confuse you. But I get my brain, I get excited, you know, and my, okay, 9.5 by 9.5, 5 by 7. So we're going at 4. Okay, let's see, 4. And Debbie Schroeder. Oh, I have one houndstooth, and I got it from iStencils. I got the 6 by 6 or something. Yeah, Shauna enabled me on that one. And hopefully I didn't miss anybody. And then today I got to thinking, well, we're just gonna, I need to just kind of take it easy a little bit. Because I've got Pettibon this afternoon. And that's about 3.5, 4 hours out of my time. Seriously? Okay, there. Come on, match it up. It should be matched right there. And I didn't want to get too hyper here. Okay. Pretty. So I need to mark that down that I like. And then, of course, the steampunk, too. I can add some steampunk in there. But I want to try to keep it industrial. I did look at Rosemary's, how she did the initial industrial paper. And I liked that charcoal writ dye thing, that color. But I won't be doing that. I won't be... no, I have to remember before I punch this one tends, I prefer to, before I punch, I match that, see that right up there? I try to get that on the line. And so it's just a little off. Here's the fold line there. But I'd rather have it lined up here than over here. On the last one, that's just a little quirk. And then I punch. And now, do I want these? Sometimes I keep these and I glue them down because they make little funky things. I'll keep them and I'll wait. All right, so we put this back up. Anyway, I thought, I could show you the kit, and this is what I got my brain wrapped around when I'm like, And I had just purchased the back when Shauna was saying, "Hey, purchase from," and to help Marta out. Okay, this is okay. This is acceptable to me to have this pattern instead of going this way like I like it. It's acceptable to me to have it going this way. So that's good. Okay. Okay. And now, do I want an actual these? I used to do this with paperboard, and I had the when I run when you're going through your for collage and you're using the magazine for photos and things like that, it's good to have these. And then Corey, the Reset Girl, she reminded me about that I used to do this, but then I thought, well, I have the clear cutting mats from the clear cutting board mats from the Dollar Tree, and she reminded me that, so I did them in. And that way, they're just here, you know. Okay. Now, I think I'm going to take the extra time, and but you know what? I can do that later. I can leave it like that. I can have the choice. What I was going to do is just glue down some masking tape here, because I haven't decided whether I want, these are got sharp edges to them, but I like the idea of having, I left one of them round. So there's one round corner. But strengthen these here with masking tape. I may just leave this like that, you know, just kind of leave it like that. But at least they're, oh, and then here, this is obviously a mid-century modern. This is, I don't have this die, but Mitzi is the one who gave me this one. And I wouldn't even know if it's, I just know that it's mid-century modern. So I've been using that in my little notebook. I can put that in here. Not. So, okay, now. Okay, it's been an hour. But you know what? It's okay. We can talk, we can mess about. We don't have to be we don't have to have everything planned all the time, or okay, so it's a little bit that jump is it's a little bit, it just barely, but it's okay. At least they're like not flying all over the world here. All right, so now these have officially become part of my kit. Okay, this became part of my kit. This was one of the things I worked on, and I did them. Now this one, these stamps I will use in one of my all-time, and I'm glad I purchased them. I remember gasping at the price, but I clicked the thing anyway. But I love, so this is this will obviously be used. And this is some of what I used in here. And I also used it's the, I have them in a ramen bag right now. I'm collecting, let's see, it is a specialty ramen bag, green. It's the, well, I call the lungs. I purchased from Patty. They're here somewhere. The little bag of. I'm in the process of collecting salad lids, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the where is her the little bag of Elements 2, I think. It's the one with the what I call the lungs stamp set, and I used them in here. And I'm in the process of saving up the salad lids, so I'm going to take the tattered floral die and figure out which one will work and do a clear, and then I will probably carpet tape, very carefully carpet tape the Patty stamps to the plastic flower, and that'll be my stamp pad. But in the meantime, they're in this little specialty ramen noodle bag that I like looking at, and yeah, so yeah, okay. Yeah, actually, this I see, and this is where I document. See, and I documented this one. This one was I did on Monday, and I've had this. Miss Rose sent me this on March 31st, 2014, and I use it, but it's been kind of walkabout for, and it's hard. It's just really hard to, I like the pattern of it. It's kind of a variation of a crosshatch, but this is also something where you could do the seed pearls if you really wanted to. And so this is going to be part of the kit. So I did it here. I stamped it here. And then over here, I'm going to, and this is just, I like to document. I miss documenting my kits. And this is one that I'll probably be using for a while. So what I did yesterday, or was it Monday? I went ahead and I left this on because it was stubborn, it wouldn't. So I just peeled this off. And then I decided to trim it like that. This is easier on my hands, you know, the size wise. Yeah, I'm assuming you're talking about these. These is, yeah. And like I said, I mean, they were like, I paid like 35, and I'm like, 35, you know, I'm like, I can't. But I went ahead and I pushed that button anyway. Yeah, they're the classics #2. And yeah, so to me, this is industrial. It's architecture, it's industrial. And one of the things that, as I was getting ready for this morning, and I was like clearing off the summer project, and I still didn't quite make all of my summer project. But you know, hey, it happens. I'm not going to get too hyper about it. But anyway, yeah, but this one, and you use them all. What? Oh, Kimberly. And but I love, for me, part of the kit is actually documenting it. And because if you don't always, and especially one that takes your attention. And I don't know. Let's see. Like I said, oh yeah, that was my flower. Actually, that looks actually kind of cool. Just as is, that's the duplicate, because on IG you end up with a duplicate. When you post to IG, you end up, yeah. But that just, oh, that is actually right there. That's just kind of cool. April, go back to April. April 2nd. April. Yeah, I've got to get these all uploaded. More inspiration, interesting. This is acidity, alkaline pictures that, yeah, here. This, see, this would work. I want at least 2 of these bags, but that one's not part. But there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And this is how this, so you've got like lime, and I've just put leaf greens because of different shades, and I know that flash out. I'm not sure. Dee Dee does that. Do you just that? Where, no, now you can't see it. One moment, please. Oh, okay. Ah, turn down the brightness. We'll see if that works. Okay, that's maybe better. But you can see what you can do if you're really interested in this. This is the Cocoa Daisy. It's Cocoa, what is that? Underscore Daisy. And this was their Hello March 2020 kit. If you're interested in, you can see the colors. That still doesn't quite do it, but you know, and anyway, this caught my attention. And so more information about it. I don't know. Yeah. So anyway, and I will eventually get these off my phone, and I will get them because I liked this kit so much that these 10 photos will literally be out in part of. Okay. Have fun. Hi, Vaughn. And so and this is also showing you how, yeah, see, and this is where your the soft play, and this right there puts me in mind, and I have it in the other kit. I have it in the summer kit, but that right there, that soft plaid, where is it? Right. Oh, I know I put it here, but anyway, so then I don't know. I guess I just was kind of thinking, I'm not sure how we could do that because audience participation doesn't always work, but we could maybe mind map some ideas, or I mean, I know what industrial is, but this is when I saw the kit, my mind automatically, I had just purchased, let me get, I'm getting the kit down here. I had just purchased, I had mentioned this earlier and I didn't finish my thought. It's underneath here. I'm just trying to get them. I had just purchased these things from scrapbook.com by way of Marta's link several months ago. Shauna was and the 49 Market, and this is what, it's a natural mini collection, 12 by 12 paper. And I'm like, oh, I should have gotten 2 of these, but you know, hey. But this is, out of all of them, this is what caught my attention. And I actually bought another little stamp that it's actually somewhere in, I think I kept it in my, and then I got out of, and then I've already taken these, but, and I thought this was the colors, the peach, the peach and the soft orange and the, but I thought this right here would be a good starter for me. And out of the two, out of the two of these, the layered embellishment set, I figured this, even though it had, I figured this would be, this is better suited to me, even though it had the airplane and luggage. This, out of the two of them, I didn't, it has a little bit of pinkish purple, but this is the one that had the least amount of purple in it. And I thought, in terms of this particular paper, so I thought, with that in mind, this is where my brain automatically went to. And then, of course, for me, because I'm sitting here going, this is where I dislike double-sided paper. Because this is why I should have gotten me a second set of this. Because, oh man, like, oh, but you know, inspiration. And I was sitting here trying to figure out, I don't necessarily want, so then I went in and I began to add, this is an old Dollar Tree. In fact, I actually have, I think I have, this is part of the, no, this was the gold. I actually have the information strip on this. This was an old Dollar Tree back when they did their paper. And this is another, this was part of the set here. This is a Dollar Tree. And I liked this so much. They had a red and a gold. And I got like 3 or 4 packs of this because I liked it so much. And this is other paper that I added to it. And here's another part of that gold one from the Dollar Tree set. And so this is the kit that I've gotten up so far. This is a separate, this is another Dollar Tree favorite of mine. I think this was called Collage. Like I said, I still have the strip. And yes, I went through some of my, I have a pizza box full of Dollar Tree. This is another Dollar Tree, a different, as this is what I decided on. And I guess it's the, you could also put when I mentioned my Happy Goth, so I could, and then see that pop of, oh, yummy. And then, of course, the Fleur de Lis, the black and white. And this is actually one of my favorite papers. And when I have the opportunity, I don't know if they still have it at Joann's or not, but I get it at Joann's and I buy 3 or 4 sheets of it at a time because it is, yeah, it's one of my favorites. So, yeah. So I figure, but now I'm sitting here going, I want to develop this and I want to, of course, add. So this is where the industrial and then I segued. That's what I segued. Yeah, my iStencil order shipped, I believe, yesterday. Let me get the paper pad back in. And let me see. There should be how many sheets in here? Ugh. Let me get, I'm trying to get this. I think there was 4. Let's see. Information sheet. Where are you? I want to. So anyway, here. Let's see. We have 4. Yeah, 4. And this is, I believe, is a bonus. This is a bonus here. So 1, 2. Come on. 3, 4. So now this, okay, and then it's the, I already have these trimmed out. This was the laser thing. Make sure I have all that. That was, all right. This gets put back in here. Okay. Okay, Kimberly. Okay. Well, hello, reindeer. Well, they stopped doing the paper pads, and which I miss. I miss the paper pad, but yeah. They, oh yeah. I could get out my box. I can get out my box and go through. Vintage. Okay, so that, and I don't know. I usually name my, this is something I'm working on. A paper quilt. And I have it, this strip here is going to get glued here, and then this is going to get like right there. And then somehow this is going to get, haven't quite figured it out yet. All right. And I also have, these are some really old things. This, I want to say I got at the Dollar Tree. And these are old. Now this is actually one of my all-time this is the Heidi Swapp Magnolia Jane. Loved it. That's one of my all-time favorites. This one here, I wish I could find it. Gramercy Road. It's a Gossamer Blue. And when Gossamer Blue went out of business, this is all I could find left of it. But this is one of my all-time favorites. It's in a palette that I like, and yet I can brighten it up if I want to. I can add it to brights. Yeah. But yeah, so that is part of it. And this is a color copy of some of that French paper. And yeah. And again, just some bits and pieces that I knew that for neutrals that I like. And now this is a little bit strange, but I actually, industrial, I was in the trumpet, and I just, I don't know yet. And here's like this little Bach, this little emblem here in the colors, something here. And then of course I have, this is another one of my all-time favorite. It's the Maggie Holmes, oh, I want to say Flourish. I want to say Flourish. I had to do this in butcher paper because, see, the alphabet started coming. And I'm like, oh, yeah. But as you can see, I started grabbing, this is, to me, is industrial. And then grunge. And so I, bits and pieces are left over of my grunge paper. So you can see where I have a bits and pieces of some of the original color that they had in the kit, in the Cocoa Daisy kit, but I went a bit grunge. That my goal is to be like industrial, and I have a little pop of color because, you know, and that's, so this is, could also be and this is a, oh yeah, see here, this is where I have Miss Elizabeth. This is the collage, the strip. This was purchased on May 22nd, 2004. Yeah, I kept it. It's information for people who might want to know. See, here's the palette paper. See the gold palette? And see here, this is Memories. And this was purchased on February 10, 2006. But yeah, you just don't get these anymore. And it's just remnants of the steampunk. And just, and here, this is not strictly industrial, but I like that little pop of, you know, stitching and the color. And I like the posy, primitive. And of course, yeah, look at you got little dots and graphs. And so part of what I was thinking, and again, see just some odd bits of collage that could work. Ooh, a bee. This is paper quilting. Paper quilting. Yep. It's glued though. See, the 1/4 inch seam, and I glued it. And then I did the seam and I glued it down. So it is possible. So see, and then here, this is what I've gathered for the kit. And here, just some interesting, weird, here's like this, I love that, industrial, that boot. But I also like that little pop of this up here. Yeah. What? This here, I've also added like this here. Yeah. And there's this. And a little bit of map in the different colors of the kit. So this is part of what I'm developing. And yeah. That's what had been kind of on my mind. It's been sitting here since April, and these are old. These are from Miss Rose, but yeah, industrial, and just yeah. So it occurred to me this morning that what I could do is I could, okay, I have the option. Let's see what we could do in here. This is also, I love this color. I don't have a whole lot of this left. Love this color. Okay, I could work this. There's some things in here that, like this book here, I could take this and use this. I could take, and I could read the article, and I could use potentially, or I could mix and match. See, like this, see this is something else here. See, I could mix and match using inspiration out of this magazine for my book. See, all, yeah. This could be what I do. This could be where I read, and I actually take notes as I'm reading. I could take notes, and I could actually also, yeah, I could, in my book, oops, sorry, I could take notes in here. In fact, just out of what I've seen so far, just out of the flipping of this, not all of this would work necessarily. Now this, I like the idea of this using, let's see, get the, where's it start? You could, but then to obviously tone the colors. You can do this, but tone the colors down. But this right here, is it this one? I think it might be this one. Yeah. Where this article, this could be something in conjunction with the Zentangle book I have. I could use this as something to do inside this thing. I could take a, yeah. So what I'm going to do here is part of my, and still, so here, I'm going to make a note, and this was a date that my husband had, and again, sometimes I'll cover up, sometimes I won't. This particular time, I'm going to leave that showing, but I'm going to cordon it off. Okay, so here I'm going to use art journaling. I was thinking about Diane Fago, and I'd love to be able to get some of the journals that she's in, but you know. Okay, this is January, February 2020. January, February, March. Jan, February, March 2020. So that tells me right there that, yeah, I did it right. That this is where I'm going. This is going to be like a source for me. Now what it occurred, let me put this back. It occurred to me that I could also, because part of when I started the Robin McClendon, I paid for the first one, I paid $6 to get the copies. And so I have them here. And I have them here. And I have the book. And of course I have, you know, I have bits and pieces of that collage. And this is what the book I started in. I could occasionally, if I want to just have to do it this way, this is still within the colors of that kit that I'm putting together, with the exception, I might be able to put this on the jelly plate and do something with it, make it a little bit more happy. But and I did the way she did it, and I took some pages out and I glued this together, you know. So I have this as a possibility. But then it occurred to me that I could go over and I could get another one of these, an inch, or the one that's just a little bit bigger than this one. Not a 2-inch, but the next size up. I might have to stick with the 1 inch, and then get another small packet of these and use this method for this book. Because I want to, because if I'm going to, with the industrial thing, and I see, this is where in my brain, and I'm like going, ugh, because then I'm thinking, well, then you're thinking, let me get all this paper off, and then you're looking at this, and I like this, I love this, because that's why I chose to just keep just the little bits out. And this is Kufic calligraphy, Kufic calligraphy. But over here, and I've mentioned this before in my streams, I love this. I love the Courtyard and Mosque, the Sultan hand, whatever, little Turkey 1229. But I just like it. And so this might be a place with the idea of the industrial, I'm going to need that binder type of thing. Let's see, what are you doing? Okay. So then, and then of course I ran across this. And that part of me is, oh yeah, I need to also, let me see, this is where I'm actually, oh, let's see, I need to keep time. Need to keep. Okay, let's see here. I need to keep track of time. So far, I'm doing okay. I didn't reset the timer. I've got oval, I've got, and I've got these. Let me just, I want to just, see, I'm kind of making it fun for me, just kind of little notes here and there. This is just part of me documenting my kid. And I will also put paint as I go along. I will do this, and I'll put paint swatches in here. If I'm going to do like my ink tints or my whatever I'm going to do, I make little, and I do swatches, the color swatches. This one I ran across too, and I didn't realize I had got it separated, but this inspires me like for watercolor. And here, this information here is right here. So then I take those envelopes, those little things hang like right here. That looks about a 3x5. So I can get the 3x5 out, double check, make sure, and then trim it out. And then have this and this together. But this would have to be, I would almost, and then see, this is where using the kit, then I have to think using the kit, and I can also use the paper kit, the paper book, the Flow paper book. There are some of the stuff in there that have a toned down color to them, that I could take this and actually, instead of one of the cards that you punch out, I could put this information, I could glue it into the card, and then have this on a piece of paper. I could glue this because I like that. So see, yeah, my brain, just like thinking. Okay, so let's see here. Don't forget to use Flowbook. I was actually thinking, but I don't know about audience participation. Don't forget, if you have any ideas, let's see, ideas, industrial, a smattering of steampunk. Don't forget, oh, come on, seriously, don't forget Flowbook. Don't forget Flowbook. And because I want to keep that. So would this be dramatic? I want the white around it. Would that be dramatic? Oh, see, now that would almost be gorgeous. Like right here. Because this is a brown black. That presentation. Oh, I put the Flowbook on my bed because it was in my summer project. I've been using it in the summer project. And of course, that sticker book. All right, so let's see. Also, it occurred to me that get another one of these. I could take this. I kind of treasure this tissue paper. You don't see it around much. But I could take this and I could measure a piece of paperboard. I could glue it onto that paperboard, and then once it's dry, stick it in, and that could be the cover. Let's see. Let's see here. What? Yeah, trying to remember how to remember things. And then when you start, that's just funny. When you guys start talking about, you can ask me anything, Cupcake, and then I automatically go to the tombstone. That thing about, I'll be your huckleberry. My God. You guys start being silly. So anyway, you can ask me anything, Cupcake. So, yeah. So yeah, I think in order, and then I think in terms of industrial, I think, well, I've got all these bits and pieces that I've taken away out of stuff that, like, out of furniture magazines, and then, oh guys, and then I got to thinking, this puppy is heavy. And then this is the second one that has not been, this is the one that I tried to get. The first one is all ripped apart. This is the second one that I purchased on February 10, 2012 for $1.99. And it wasn't the exact same as the first one. This is the another version of a humanities a textbook. And there are some, yeah. This one has tucked in it a whole bunch of collage and stuff. And there's even, this is why I kept this, because it's like mid-century modern. I like the abstract, and the colors would go with the mid-century modern. That's why I kept that one. I didn't keep it for the boots. Nope, didn't keep it for the boots. Yeah, there's some nudity in here. Art nudity, but still. This could be cut away. See, this for industrial. And I'm sure it, like I said, it wasn't done out the same way. Some of these statues I have to be careful of. Like, oh, there's an interesting one. Female figurine. Now that would be just in terms of shape. That would be a kind of a cool thing. Yeah, you know, even that for like practicing, you know, just, yeah, for just practicing. And Lonesome Dove. Oh my word. Yeah, it's actually, it's a well done. It's jam-packed with, it's got violence and stuff in it, but it's actually a very well done movie. But see, like this here, I like this. This one here. Anyone for Twister? This is some guy with his lyre. You know, so like a musical instrument. But yeah, how's that for yoga? Oh yeah, yoga. Yeah, Lonesome. I remember when that came out. I still have it on VHS. It's here somewhere. I took the time and now this here, there's a magazine in here, an art magazine, and I'm just trying to tell you up front that it's got some really weird. You don't necessarily. It's art, but then it's like, yeah, I gotta be really careful. Let me see. Okay, this is Rachel Ray. No address on it, so okay, we're good on that. I have to be. And then I got to thinking about this, and I go, I've got all kinds of potential collage stuck in here. And like I said, there's this, and I'm like, really? Okay. Okay, it was it? No, here. I have this. This could be industrial, impressionist, modern art. Make sure that, yeah, so yeah. So in terms of color, that would work. It's not my absolute favorite. I love, oh, is this the one I need to be careful of? Okay, yeah, all right. Apparently, it's attached. But I like this. So that could be taken, and I like this. This is kind of Renaissance-y. And I like the fact that here you can see the chain link fence, but with the growth on there, the vine, whatever that is. I mean, that could, and I like that too. But then this could be something that you could put with your the Tudor pearl thing. You know, you could put your pearls or your French knots or something. But yeah, this one here, let's just say that there's an, here's some, this is safe enough. Yeah, there's some guy, oh, this is the one that some guy had an issue with. I'll cover this part up. But this is, I'm like, really? Watercolor like fresco is something that moves forward, unlike oil, where you can back up. Okay. Yeah. The artist had issues. Let's just put it that way and let it go. I like the idea of, and it's actually very good feet. I mean, the feet, let me get the glare out of there. The feet are actually quite expressive. It's just, and the expression on the, you know, yeah. But yeah. Yeah, this is over exaggeration in some cases that are like, okay. So anyway, this is bits and pieces. Now this could be cool. Now this is more, yeah, this is like this would be cool for me to take out for mid-century modern. But anyway, so yeah, I have to, like I said, have to be careful. Sometimes I like, where did I get this book? Where did I get that magazine? Hello, Safia. Okay, Vaughn. Okay. Colorful stream. Yeah. So there's all kinds of stuff in here that can be used for industrial. Oh yeah, you have to be, again. And this I think is gorgeous. And this is what got me to thinking about the 3-ring binder and protector in some cases, using it for protector. Now there's nothing on the back that would interest me. So then I could glue this to the, and string it that way. But this, I like that. I like it. So there's all kinds of stuff. I mean, oh, all kinds of stuff. Hello, Pandora Dot. It's kind of, I think some people might find it interesting. I did a little, oh, okay, I remember I have to do that. But anyway, so that's kind of where I am now. I like this. She's primitive, but she's also whimsy. And I liked this one here too. Here. I liked her. And this one, yeah, maybe Things of Meat. I don't know. But the color is there. Is a nerd, doesn't care. Yeah, so it's kind of like, yeah, like I said, did some sewing. Part of where my mind is just kind of going through. I would keep this information here because I think this is the gallery. This is the author of this, I believe. So I would keep, she intrigues me. She's primitive. She's a bit whimsy. But she's probably more, oh, sorry. She's probably more, yeah, it's just going through and seeing where my mind is about how I'm documenting this kit. You know, I like this, the tree ring fingerprint, but I also like make more room for life. I like that wording. So the idea is, can I take this and still leave enough of this, you know? And also I like the word you can use for new and manage. So yeah. So yeah. That's another thing, Dot, is I had this, oh, duh. When I was putting together my iStencil order last Friday, Saturday. Well, I knew Friday. I didn't even go back to Patty's stream on the other 2 days, the Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. The very first stream, the day Dot placed her order, I already knew that I didn't have to go back the next day. So I think we placed it on Friday and I think it shipped yesterday. So, but in that, I actually got 2 Matisse style blob things. And all of a sudden it occurred to me, duh, got a Donna Downey Matisse and then I got a Mibus. It was in the Donna Mibus, the mid-century modern lady that they have there. It's she has a Matisse too, I think. So let's see. Let's see here. Yeah. And so all of a sudden it occurred to me that in my slow stitching, my repair, my visible mending, those Matisse shapes, hello, duh, hello, they can be, yeah, I can turn them, I can put the stencil, and yeah, and that's a good Dot, yeah. And that's I'm gonna, oh, and I did and I also bought the one of the I bought 6 stencils. And one of them is the Donna Downey, the Unbouquet. I got that as well. But yeah, anyway, it's like, yeah, like hello. The Matisse shapes would be great whether I do it in paper or in cloth, and for the visible mending, I can take it in my jersey fabric and yeah, or any fabric really, and start working that. And I'm like, hello. So yeah, I went ahead and I bought 2 of the Matisse shapes. I didn't I like numbers. I like the look of numbers. But keeping it all straight in my head, ugh. I did what, let's see. They I think they called it practical math. Um, I think it was that they had to they found during the time when they began to find back in the late 70s and 80s where um there was a group of students who just they would go through the motions, but they developed this thing. They actually had a class for it. I don't know if they still have it, but it is um where they came up with a way of what I think they called it practical math. And that's like sometimes it's just like with that grammar. I mean, it's like, ugh. I mean, I went through all the English and all that, but then remembering, oh, and it's a good day when, oh yeah, oh, I should have put a comma there. Oh well, or that pausing anyway. But I think they called it practical math, and that's what got me through. That's what, because I knew what they were. I just could not get it to work for me. Like algebra and calculus and all of that is like gobbledygook. Yeah, gobbledygook. Oh, and here, if Paula ever watches this, here's what's left of my grammar. Here, a warning against with, a warning against. I mean, seriously? Ending sentences with prepositions. Do I really want to know any of this stuff? Placing sentence breaks. Using word power. We can make them stronger by using words that call up images, and we can weaken them by using abstract words. Now that's something. That little section right there would be worth keeping. Yeah. Avoiding mistakes. Punctuation for word order and emphasis. But 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 don't bug me about this. Do not bug me. Common errors. The most common error in the use of the hyphen in compound words is simply its overuse. As a general rule, it is safe in semi-formal writing to avoid using a hyphen unless it has been justified by the dictionary or by the second rule immediately above. Ugh, and you have to keep all this information in your head? John's tiger ate. John and Mary smiled and went to sleep. Okay. John's tiger ate, period. John and Mary smiled and went to sleep, period. John's tiger ate, John and Mary, comma, smiled, comma, and went to sleep, period. Okay. Anyway. Well, it's coming up on 15 after the hour. So, there you have it. You know, yep. Uh-huh. Oh man, today I kind of feel like it's going to end up being like torture. There are days when it's better than others, but it's necessary. It's okay, Safia. But yeah, yada 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 yada. Pretzel, confused pretzel. Do not hassle me. Do not bug me. So anyway, we got a little farther along, and I shared my what's, how, and thinking, and yeah. Okay. Oh, that's right. You said you were refreshing, so apparently it worked. Okay, guys. Okay, it's exactly 15 after the hour. We're gone. We're not here anymore. Okay? We're not here anymore. See you later. See you next time. Okay. One moment while I uncover my keyboard. I don't know. Oh, Shauna. I believe Shauna does. Yeah, pretty sure Shauna does. Okay, bye. We're out of here. Come on. There we go.